I want to be blunt with you. Freedom is not free. It never was. It never will be. It must be won. And right now, Donald Trump, Elon Musk, RFK, and Tulsi Gabbard and all of his administration are doing everything in their power to keep us free and keep our country free from all this corruption that Doge has been exposing. And right now, I think we really need to brace for impact because the other side is striking back. And I think they're going to continue to strike back hard. And you won't believe some of the things that they are doing right now. And yes, that does include mobilizing protest all over the United States. Now, the good news is their popularity regarding Democrats and radical leftists, more specifically radical leftists, their popularity is fizzing, right? They're not getting as popular. People are starting to wake up to what is going on. And they're like, hey, why are we funding a transgender comic book in another country? Where's our money going? Why are we funding all this correct condoms or whatever, 15 million condoms internationally? I mean, people are like, and Democrats are okay with this, right? So they're losing a lot of Democrats in the Democrat Party, but you still need to be prepared because, again, it doesn't come with massive amounts of resistance. And right now, the very people that are corrupt to the core don't want their corruption exposed. So they are pushing back. And here's what I'm talking about. Take a look at this. This is on ABC News. 22 states challenge Trump's executive order cutting birthright citizenship. Now, as a result of those 22 states pushing back on Donald J. Trump's executive order cutting birthright citizenship. Now there is a court in case, and it says, this is also on ABC News, judge issues nationwide injunction blocking Trump's bid to end birthright citizenship. This is the first thing that the left is doing to stop Donald J. Trump. And a lot of them, by the way, are through the court system. So they're saying, hey, we're taking this to court. It's in court. It's now blocked. And in the end, I don't know which way the cookie is going to crumble on that. I honestly don't know that Donald Trump is going to win this one. That's my opinion. But we'll wait and see. Here's another court case that they're bringing against Donald J. Trump. This seems to be their weapon of choice, so to speak. CNN, FBI turns over details of 5,000 employees who worked on J6 cases to the Trump Justice Department. Because they asked for that, the agents are now suing. And by the way, to give you an idea of what the Trump administration was able to get their hands on, they have more than 5,000 employee details that were submitted. They have the employee ID numbers, job titles, and their role in J6 investigations, but not their names. So they're suing to keep their names out of it. And as a result of them suing to keep the names out of it, a judge has made a call on this, and this is on Reuters. Judge orders overnight pause on potential naming of J6 FBI agents. So now the court is pushing back, saying, hey, we're going to wait and see and have a hearing on this and figure out whether or not you get those names. Now, a third one has also been filed by the radical leftists. As you know, Donald Trump offered workers a buyout, right, with about 8 months' pay in effort to shrink the government. He did that because he fully intends to shrink the government. And rather than laying them off outright, he wants to give them the opportunity with the package. And so as a result of that, we have this. The unions have sued over Trump's buyout offer. And then as a result of that, of course, a judge came back and said, hey, we're going to pause Trump's federal workers buyout. And I don't know that the court is going to win on that one. I think that Trump's going to get his way on this one, in all honesty, because here's the deal. This is an agreement between two parties. Donald Trump and them want to offer it, and the party wants to take it. What the hell is the court getting involved for, right? But either way, we now have this pause, and I believe that they have a hearing. A hearing is set for Monday. So they're going to be talking about it on Monday. So there is 1, 2, 3. And yet here is a fourth judge ruling. They are really pushing back. I feel like more of these are going to come, just to be frank with you. And this is on Fox News. Federal judge orders limited Doge access to sensitive Treasury Department payment system records. I really hope that this one ends up in our favor as well, because the truth of the matter is, we have to be able to audit our own departments. And that's like a judge saying, oh, you're not allowed to audit. You can only look, but you can't make any changes. Well, then who can make the changes in these departments, right? We have these departments for a reason, but there has to be some kind of check and balance. And this is exactly what Elon Musk is doing with Doge. And yet, here we have a fourth suit filed against Donald Trump and his administration. So that's just 4 in the past couple of weeks off the top of my head. But on top of that, there's also a lot of protests that are being planned. But as a quick reminder, I want to encourage you guys, get on over to restrictedrepublic.com. I've got exclusive content I'm only sharing there. You're not getting exclusive content here on Restricted Republic. We do 5 exclusive extra videos per week on there. And by the way, no commercials on any of the YouTube stuff. We put all the YouTube stuff on there as well without any commercials. But subscribe there, get that inside information, and use the coupon code Lisa and the number 5 to get it for $5 per month. But with that, right, there are protests that the left are now coordinating and doing, right? Take a look at what I'm talking about. This is on the Gateway Pundit. Leftists protest Trump, Doge, and Musk in state capitol today, and that was on February 5th, right? GOP lawmakers accosted in Michigan while documenting the whole thing. Left-wing activists that call themselves 501 movement are protesting Trump and Elon Musk's government efficacy, Project 2025, which isn't even a part of Donald Trump's administration, and pro-American policies at all of the nation's capital cities today. Now, here is kind of some of the representatives that were speaking at the rally. I'm not going to get into them, but you can read the names there. Of course, they're all Democrats and all lefty-loosies there. And here is a video. I'm not going to play the volume on this, but this is one, I believe this one was in Michigan. And you can see the size of these particular protests are not very large, very small. And that's the point. These Democrats can't even get enough people at these protests anymore. And I think one of the reasons is they're losing funding to USAID. Hey, yay, some of these radical left organizations. But anyway, it's one of my reasons. But you can see the crowd is not very big there. In fact, there was glowing news report from Newsweek regarding these people, showing them blocking traffic. This is insane. I don't care what your cause is. I don't think you should be blocking traffic, to say the least. I mean, this is crazy, but they have these rallies that Newsweek was all like happy about, I'm sure. And then we have the actual website. I want to show you the website to these protesters. Unite Against Project 2025, which again, Project 2025 is not Donald Trump's project. He has nothing to do with that. But anyway, you can see they've rallied and protested, and they say when policies are designed to put Americans last, then we must rise. Join 50 marches on liberty, equality, and justice. They should put equity there. That would probably be more accurate for them. But anyway, find a protest near you. So these were the protests that happened. And as far as I know, they were really small, not very big, and pretty much all of them. I think one of the bigger ones was the ones that I showed you. And here's kind of what are eroding. We're losing everything, blah, blah, blah. By weaponizing institutions. No, that's what they did, by the way. We did not do that. But anyway, there is some rumors going around regarding this. And this is a rumor. I can't say this is fact or not, but this is a rumor going around about the group. This so-called, and this is on Seth. Seth put this out on his X page. The so-called 50501 protests are the products of a PAC and a Democrat consult, not a movement. And it's not the group Our Revolution, though they're clearly aping that style, branding, and designing of that organization. So here's kind of his documents on that. He's saying, oh, they're taking the same brand as this prior thing and whatnot. But again, I cannot confirm that at this time. It is a rumor. Whether or not that's the case, well, I'll leave that for you to decide. But either way, I think this is something that we need to be aware of, and we need to understand what's going on, because we have to brace ourselves for this stuff, right? Especially if, God forbid, these protests get more into our streets, which is insane. And then we had a rally, a protest against these illegal against the deportations here in Phoenix, Arizona, and they were blocking traffic. This is not a good thing to do. If you want to protest, go to the Capitol or go to where your beef is, right? Don't sit in traffic and affect Democrats and Republicans, so to speak. It's insane. Now, the good news is Donald Trump obviously is fighting back. He has filed his own suits as well in court. The Gateway Pundit, here we go. Trump administration sues Chicago and the state of Illinois over their pro-illegal alien sanctuary laws. More lawsuits to follow. So they are hitting back saying, hey, is your sanctuary city even legal? So they're taking that to court to see what is going on. And by the way, I used to, because I'm from Texas originally, that's where I was raised most of my youth. I used to say Illinois. It took me forever to pronounce it Illinois instead of Illinois. That's why some of my language adds a little extra to it because of my accent. You guys can't tell here because I've been out of Texas for a very long time. But if I've had a couple drinks in me, it'll come back a little bit. You might hear the Illinois. But I got so lambasted by my husband for years. I finally, because he's from Illinois, and finally that has been fixed. But anyway, cute little side note that I thought you guys might want. The good news is Donald Trump is still making headway with his executive orders. The bad news is the left is really radically pushing back in every way possible. And I think the ultimate goal here is to stall him, whether he wins or not in court, if you get my drift. Right? That's the goal, and that's what they're looking to do. And that's why they're stalling Donald Trump's picks for his cabinet members. But Donald Trump's pushing back still, and he's in a good way. He's like a roller coaster, throwing everything at him at once. And here he signed an executive order to eradicate anti-Christian bias. Hallelujah. This is on the Gateway Pundit, which we need because they have been very biased. Pro-lifers were getting persecuted when the other side wasn't. And then he also did this recently, keeping men out of women's sports. Thank you very much. Right? I thought about this the other day, and I'm thinking, you know what? If there's, I don't know, a hot dog eating contest. Bad analogy, I know. But somebody wants to join a hot dog eating contest, but they're a vegetarian, so they want to bring their vegan hot dogs and, no buns, but we're vegans. We don't eat gluten, we don't eat this, but we have our vegan hot dog. We want to join the race. That would be unfair. They would win, hands down. No buns, little less food, right? But they want to join the hot dog eating contest. This is not that bad of an analogy. It wouldn't be allowed. They'd be like, nah, you can't have gluten. Your bun's not even half there, and you got this vegetable thing. Of course you're going to win, right? We wouldn't let you in the hot dog eating contest. It's no different than what's happening here. And Donald Trump and most of America supports him on that. Anyhow, I wanted to give you an update on all of that. And I'm just going to throw this up there because she's a crazy person, just because I can. And this is on Gateway Pundit. Michigan Democrat state legislator sterilizes herself to avoid giving birth. Donald Trump's America. Lordy, have mercy. I don't know. Anyway, had to share it with you. But with that, please don't forget to check out my sponsor, LisaHavenGold.com. As you know, things are happening. You never know when the stock market is going to crash and tumble, and it does happen. And I want to encourage you guys to prepare yourself because we've got so much down the turnpike right now that we have to be ready. And I really want to encourage you to be ready right now. If you look at some of the past things that have happened, economies have collapsed and people have lost lots and lots of money. We don't want that to happen to you right now. So go to LisaHavenGold.com. Fill out this information, and they're going to send you a free gold and silver investment guide for free, by the way, or better yet, call them at the number on the screen. Let them know you heard it on Lisa Haven, and they are giving away up to 2 of these 5-ounce, and you can kind of see the tip of it there. I don't want to take, but these 5-ounce silver coins here. And I want to encourage you, make sure you bring up my name so that you can take advantage of that. And those are for approved accounts, by the way. But talk to one of their specialists. And don't be a victim when disaster hits. You really want to protect yourself. And that's why I partner with them particularly, because disaster does come. And I want you to be ready. And I know this is one way you can. But they send gold, silver, and precious metals to your house as well, straight to your doorstep. Or they keep it for you there. And you can get a 401k, a Roth IRA, something. You can convert your 401k as well. Anyhow, there's always a risk to investing. There's never a guarantee. If you want more information, click that more button if you're on your cell phone, or click the link in the description box below. Anyhow, I love you all. I'm Lisa Haven, signing out.